Today I'm going to talk about slope-intercept form. It is y equals mx plus b, where the x and the y in the formula is a point on the line. The m in the formula is the slope of the line. You should know what slope is, and if you don't, you need to review the video that I made earlier that's called slope. And b is the y-intercept of the line, and if you don't know what the y-intercept is, then you need to review the video that's on the coordinate plane. So I have two problems here where we are wanting to graph the line. In number one, y equals negative 2x plus 3. As you can see, that is already in slope-intercept form. So based on the formula, the slope, the m of our line would be negative 2. And I'm going to go ahead and put an over 1 on that because slope is rise over run, and so I want you to be aware that the run would be 1 here, even though the 1 isn't necessarily shown, it's just understood, because anything divided by 1 is itself, so that is the same thing. Our b, so our y-intercept, is 3. So to graph this line, we go first to our y-intercept. So we go up to 3, and we put a point there, because that is a point on our line. And then we use our slope to determine some other points on the line. So the slope was negative 2 over 1. So it's rise over run. Since 2 is negative, I'm going to go down. I'm going to go down 2, and then over positive 1. I could have went up 2, and then to the left 1. That would have been the same thing. So I go down 2 from this point over 1. Down 2 over 1. And then you graph your line. You draw it. That's not a great line, but hopefully you get the picture. Alright, number 2. Write the equation of the line in slope-intercept form. So we need two things. We need to know our slope, and we need to know what our y-intercept is. Now sometimes you might see a graph, but there's no points plotted, actually. So you have to pick 2 points. I would pick one of your points as your y-intercept, and then I would try to pick a point that is obvious, that you don't have to approximate, that is they are whole numbers. So I plotted 2 points, and this point right here would be 0, 2, and this point right here is 2, 0. So I look at this graph, and I can determine my slope. My slope is rise over run. So if I start here, I rise up 2, so plus 2, but then I go left negative 2. So my slope is 2 over negative 2, which simplifies down to negative 1. And where does my line cross the y-axis? At 2. Okay, so my b is 2. So my equation in slope-intercept form would be y equal to negative 1x plus 2. So once again, slope-intercept form is equal to y equals mx plus b. This is a formula that you do need to know. You do need to have this memorized.